You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Ugh. Man, you can definitely tell that the month of December is in full swing. This is going to be a brutal Christmas season. But I'm not going to let that bring me down. I love Christmas, and I love doing movie reviews for you guys to use. Today we're going to be checking out a preposterously crappy film called Reindeer Games. This movie is directed by John Frankenheimer. At the tail end of the 90s and early 2000s, VHS was on its way out, and there was a lot of video rental stores that were initiating programs where they were trying to liquidate all of their tapes and sell them all to customers in bundles. And this happened to be one of those movies that I got. It was like 10 VHS for $20, something ridiculous like that. And I remember watching this a lot back in the day. Not because it's good, because it certainly isn't. This movie is ridiculous. But for some strange reason, I like watching bad movies and picking them apart. It's just what I do. And I remember this being a Christmas-themed action film starring Ben Affleck, Charlize Theron, and of course, Gary Sinise, who is famous for his role as Lieutenant Dan in the Forrest Gump movie. So I'm actually kind of anxious to check this movie out again. This one here says it is the exclusive director's cut. Apparently there's a lot of footage put back into this movie that makes it sizzling hot. So I really can't wait to check it out. You guys know how I roll on Neon Trash. Check out the trailer, peep that for educational and historical purposes.
We walk out of here. What's the first thing you're gonna do? Go out and get myself a mug of hot chocolate. A piece of pecan pie there, right? That's right.
He was a reformed ex-con who wanted to start a new life.
You, Ashley? I've been dreaming about that smile for so long.
She was the girl of his dreams.
When I read what you wrote to me, I said, here's a guy they say is a criminal, but he's not.
When I get back in that room, you better be wearing nothing but a candy cane.
Welcome home, convict. Hey, sis.
But between them and happiness
What do you want from me?
I read your letters, convict.
He knows you worked at that casino.
stands a team of criminals who wanted to take down the state's richest casino.
This is my luck. Finally meet a boy that I'm crazy about, and my brother wants him worse than I do.
You want to hear about some job of mine? I want some hot chocolate and some pecan pie.
Let's start talking.
I can really go for some onion rings.
What started out as love
Do you remember all those letters you wrote me about me and you against the whole world? We can have it all if you just give him what he wants.
could end up in murder.
What did you think's gonna happen? This thing's gonna be over? He's just gonna let me go? He's gonna shoot me in the back of the head like this.
You're gonna get me a disguise.
You're sending me into an Indian casino dressed like a cowboy.
It was that or a ballerina.
Hey,
He was talking to the manager inside there.
something tells me you're not being totally honest with me.
Rule one, never put a car thief behind the wheel.
Ben Affleck, Gary Sinise, Charlize Theron. In the new thriller from John Frankenheimer.
Ow.
Wow.
Oh man, what a sleazy and ill-intended movie this is. Reindeer Games gets just about everything wrong, from its slimeball dirtbag characters to its over-the-top screenplay to the ridiculous cinematography that for some strange reason seems to be all up in everyone's grill. It's one of the things about this film that I dislike the most. The cinematography just kind of comes off as comical and vaguely nauseating. The actors in the movie are completely misused. One of the things that I remember about this film back in the day that I hated the most was all the red herrings the screenplay and the director throw at the audience. It's almost as if they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes time and time again. And by the end of the movie, by the final scene, when you get yet another red herring chucked at you, you're just like, okay, I'm done. You don't even know why it's Christmas themed in the first place. It almost seems like the movie studio just wanted to make another Die Hard or another Lethal Weapon, and this movie completely falls flat compared to those other great action films. So yeah, this is a terrible movie, easy to pick apart, and it might be kind of fun if you and your buddies are sitting around drinking beers and poking fun at it. So yeah, this movie's crap, no doubt about it, and if I had to give it a star count out of 10, I could only give it 2.5 out of 10. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I really don't know why I'm giving it 2.5 stars. There's certain elements to it that I think are just so stupid and so comical that I can't help but be drawn to it. At the same time, this is a terrible movie.